Pisces. Happy New Year, January 2021. Wow, that's weird to say. This is your general tarot reading. I'm going to do an angel card, an oracle card, a spirit message, and then the tarot. So anyway, it's been a few weeks. For those of you who are regulars, where I couldn't post videos, the kids and I were all sick, and the holidays coming, and so much going on that I had to take a break away from it. Simply just try to get better and to take care of things that were not getting done when we were all sick. Anyway, Pisces, this is a general reading. It's not going to be for everybody, so if it's not for you, you know, that's fine. That's great. Leave it. Don't try and take it with you. There's always another message at another time that may be better suited for you, all right? And there are other readers here on YouTube, you know, to check out, obviously. But also check your moon, rising, and Venus signs if you know, you're trying to get a reading that resonates with you, that speaks to you. So you know the drill about that, I'm assuming. So your angel card, honor how far you have come. It's been a tough year for a lot of people. It's been an absolute shit year. And for others, you know, people have kind of like managed to get through it without a whole lot of trouble. So it's been different for everybody. You've come a long way, but I don't think this is just about 2020 being a piece of crap. Okay, I think this is about a long journey you've been on, and so you know, this is time for you to look back at things. You know, and I did say a long journey that you have been on. You have regeneration. And to me, this hits me as like, okay, this is what's left after a big freaking tower, okay, where literally everything in your life may have seemed to come apart, come undone at the seams, unraveled, collapsed, whatever, calamity, all that kind of stuff. But this regeneration here is it's a great card because you know, it depicts like a fiery landscape, and this tree has some leaves and some flowers on it starting to grow. And when things have been cleared away in our lives, you know, it allows room for good things, new good things to come through. Even if you lost some good things and some things you cherished and treasured, you know, when there is a forest fire and a forest burns to the ground becomes very, very fertile and rich, okay? And so sometimes, even though we would have preferred things to stay the same, there is this like a realization that, you know, I have gained so much through this experience. So where you're at is very fertile and rich, and there's so much potential, Pisces, that can come from this. There's so much potential growth. And so regeneration, it's like you are on the cusp of having that realization that you are in a new period of growth in your life that is going to be amazing, okay? And wow, I like how these three cards are coming out before we even get to tarot. It really hits home. So before we get into tarot, again, honor how far you have come, okay? This is really all about honoring your commitment, your durability, your perseverance. It's about your stamina. It's about having an understanding that though you've been down a long road and you didn't give up at times you wanted to, you're realizing, okay, it wasn't for nothing. Many times over, it might have felt like a bunch of trouble, a bunch of heartache, a bunch of hassle, a bunch of just stress, anxiety, you know, all the things that come with just a troubling time in one's life. And so it's like because I've been through some like really long periods of my life that have been very troubling, dark, and hard. And it's like looking back, I can see the value in what I went through, even though I still to this day don't like what I went through. And so it's kind of like that. It's like seeing the value in that, because it may have cleared away some things you didn't want it to clear away in your life, but you know, you have this, you have experiences that make you a richer person, and so there is room for a tremendous, amazing growth coming out of this kind of like fiery inferno in your life. So Pisces. And then you have a blessing from your spirit guides. Excuse me if I cough and clear my throat. I still have a little bit of this lingering mess, okay? A blessing for solace and hope. So it's remember, okay? There's hope. And there is comfort. And sometimes we can lose sight of that. Sometimes the frustration can get the best of us, right? But this situation doesn't want the best of you. It wants to give the best that there possibly can be to you, all right? So this doesn't want to take anything from you. It wants to, in the end, give as much as it possibly can to you. So let's see what the tarot has to say, all right? And we'll play this out and see what January 2021 has to say. Okay, Four of Cups. You know, this in the past, that dreaming for a better day. And so, you know, there's these cups here in front of them. And some of them things are good things, but there's this, like, this dreaming of a better day, a better time ahead. There's this feeling of prayer, especially the way this is depicted with the hands interlaced together, okay? And so there's this feeling of, like, hoping for a brighter day, something new, a promise, all right? So that's kind of where you've been. And you have the Knight of Coins, like what you want for yourself. It's just not coming through as quickly as you want, or you feel like sometimes you could feel it or sense it off in the distance, but it's just not coming to you in your direction fast enough. And then the Three of Cups. So you've had some successes recently. I think lately you've had some reasons to be happy, and I think there's been some times in your recent past, coming out of a very troubled time, some reason to feel hopeful, excited, and there are people around you that are cheering you on and rooting for you. So you have like a good support system and a very, very tight-knit, close circle of people. Excuse me. You have the Ten of Cups here in January. Wow, I like that. Okay. Whoa, that is so weird. You go have the Ten of Cups and the Five of Cups, and it's like you have to decide what you want for yourself. You don't have enough clarity on truly what you want for yourself. But I think you're finding that in January. And you know, you're near the end of all that trouble, that pain. Yeah. And we talked about the Tower earlier. I'm going to talk about all these cards. All right, Pisces, Temperance. Okay, so I think that Temperance here is, you know, you have some unfinished things that have to play out in your life, and I think you're aware of that, you realize that, and also you have to be willing to kind of give and take. You have to be willing to dial it back sometimes when it comes to maybe your approach on things. And I also feel like Temperance here is also about you know, kind of turning water into wine, you know, in a sense, in a figurative sense. And so I feel like you've been like very hopeful for your future. You have a promise or a hope with the Four of Cups in your recent past. Is something that, a vision that you have that you haven't let go, and you've been, you know, waiting for things to change in your life. It's like the trouble has ended, or the majority of the trouble has ended, but it might not be all completely over. There might still be some leftover remnants of a situation, a circumstance that's caused you a lot of upset in your life, right? And you have the Knight of Coins here. So, you know, this, to me, I get two meanings out of this just by what I feel, and one of them is the slowness and the pace of what you want not coming in fast enough, but you're starting to realize like little bits and pieces of that coming through. You're starting to feel like there are little moments to be happy. There are little moments to say, I could check that off and say that was a success, and that's going to give me sustenance and determination and courage just to keep going. I'm starting to see things go in a better direction, and so I feel like that. Also, the Knight of Coins, you know, there might be somebody around you that you're unaware of that may be wanting to help you or trying to help you, or somebody just admires your bravery and courage, okay? But there's this feeling of like somebody wanting to be a helping hand, and you might be missing that, okay? But that might be for maybe only one or two of you. But for the most part, it's like the slowness and coming out of the past, and it feels like for some of you, it's like the past. The past just seems to not want to let go of me, right? But you have the Three of Cups also in the recent past, so it's this realization that things are finally changing for you, right? Things are finally getting better. Maybe my victories aren't huge victories just yet, but nonetheless, a victory is a reason to celebrate because you've come a long way. Your experience has, you know, it has carried you very far. But on top of it, there's a lot you've learned along you know, a very difficult road. You have the Ten of Cups, and this is why I kind of laugh. You have the Ten of Cups in January and the Five of Cups in Judgment. So you have the Ten of Cups and Five of Cups. It's like there's some things in your life that you gotta let go, and I feel like this Ten of Cups, it's like some things maybe you treasure a little more than you should, or some things that you have to be willing to cut out or let go of. You know, in the Five of Cups, it's like, you know, there's some things here that just maybe what you valued at one point in your life in January, you start to realize, I don't really value these things so much anymore. They're not so important to me. And these things here, there's two other cups standing straight up. And it's like, I need to put my energy and devotion into that. So the Five of Cups isn't about like this massive letdown. It's like, you know, I want this Ten of Cups, and some of these things I thought that were bringing me good things into my life aren't really giving me what I want. You do want that Ten of Cups. You do want that comfort, that and not just like a material comfort, but that comfort that you get with companionship, friendship, family, romance. You know, there's like it's like the whole picture. It's home and family, and it's peace, right? But there's some things in your life that come at a cost that you do care about, but you're realizing in January you have to let some of those things go. So the Judgment card, it's like it's having to make some tough choices in January about, you know, I got to leave some things behind in order to move forward. And so that's the message I get, okay? You have, moving forward, you have the Nine of Swords. I think that you're very attached to something, and you have this like this fear of letting it go. And so I think you know, making that big step forward to say, you know, I have to leave some things behind in order to better myself, right? So this could be people in your life that you gotta just cut yourself away from, people that you do care about, right? Or this could be a some kind of relationship that you have to let go of. This could be any number of things. It just depends. You know, you have to apply it for how you will, for your circumstances, if this reading is resonating with you. But the Nine of Swords, it's like there's this fear of letting go, right? There's this fear of cutting yourself loose from those things. But in that, you get this Knight of Cups, okay? You get this Knight of Cups. There is this, there again, I felt like there's like, you have two Knights, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like there is somebody around you that you're really not recognizing is there to kind of come into your life at just the right time. So if you're single and you've had to, you know, make big changes in your life, and you've been waiting and hoping for somebody to come in, that can signify what it is. It's just the Knight of Pentacles. It's coming in very slow. You cut yourself loose, set yourself free from some things, and the Knight of Cups, that's finally you're getting what you want. So it could be about love coming in, or it could be about something you love very much coming in. So this could be a person or a thing that you value, but there is this, definitely this feeling, Pisces, that you have to cut yourself loose from something that really isn't serving your highest good. And so there's the anxiety of letting it go. But you're the Six of Wands. It's like once you do that, you are you know, you feel proud of yourself. You feel like, okay, I can do some of these things that I'm afraid of doing because it wasn't like I thought it would be. And so you have this feeling of victory and accomplishment. You have this feeling of like, you know, it's not a bad ego boost. It's a good boost to your ego because it's something that you actually need. And then in the outcome, you have the Tower. And I do like the Tower here because the Tower is, this is the rest of that moving out of your life. It is, this is not everything falling apart that you've worked for. This is what's left that has been kind of holding on to you and trying to keep you from moving forward, or whatever it was keeping you from moving forward. This is going away. This is the last bit of that finally getting cleared out of your life. And you have the Page of Pentacles to cap it off. This Page of Pentacles. So you know, whether you are going toward something new that is going to bring good things into your life, or somebody's coming toward you that's going to benefit you in your life, it's one or the other. But nonetheless, I do feel like there is like, you start to get good things coming your way, and you start to realize that you know, the hard work you've put into it, you know, things are just seem to be popping into your life that are benefiting you. But I do also see this as like there is some new there's some new talent coming into your life. And when I mean talent, it's like there's different people with different personalities that enrich your life. And so I don't know why that word came into my head, but it's like there are things coming into your life that are going to enrich your life, and some of it's people and some of it's circumstances, but it's going to benefit you nonetheless. So Pisces, you have an interesting reading. You know, you have this dream, and you're not letting go of that dream. You've come a long way, and you've gone through the fire, but you're a new person, and you're growing into something amazing. But there's some things you have to let go of. And so in January, you have to make some of those decisions of what you're going to let go of and what you're going to take with you moving forward. And there's a little fear in that. But in that fear is that triumph, and the things that have been holding on to you are finally going away. So I love this reading. I know I went probably really long, for longer than I normally do, and I probably rambled. So if you stuck around this far, this reading was probably for you, and I appreciate that. If it was, leave a thumbs up. Let me know. Okay? And leave a comment. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and hit that bell notification if you want to hear from me down the road. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Let's make this a kick-ass year. Thanks.